Streamlabs. Okay, so that was a good long time. Let me load the file and give you all the recap. I actually have it on a safe state. So, Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box, or Pandora's Box. Our good friend and I guess teacher or whatever of Professor Layton, Dr. Andrew Schrader, was found dead in his apartment after he opened a box that is known as the Elysium Box or Pandora's Box. To solve the mystery of his murder, we're trying to find the box. It has been stolen. And we found a ticket there that actually led us to a city named Fawsons. We had a nice trip on the Voluntary Express, hit up a town that had a nice cow show and all that, and a fun festival, and then we got to the secret town of Fawsons, where you can just reach with the Voluntary Express. And here we discovered that a lot of townspeople left because they were all getting sick after they dug up a gold mine. And basically who left were a couple people and a couple people from the one ducal family, the Hertzens. I think they were Duke, I never remember, but the Hertzen family basically stayed behind some part of it, and yeah. Basically, last time Professor Layton and the inspector Shelmy figured out that Flora was actually kidnapped by Don Paolo and put in a barn in Dropstone, a village that they stopped them before, and Don Paolo was actually the one that stole the Elysium box from Dr. Schrader. He said he didn't murder him, that the professor was just weirdly sleeping or something, which is a mystery. And basically, we uncovered that he was impersonating Flora, just like he did with Inspector Chelmy in the first game. So we now know Don Paolo's on the loose, but he forgot something. He dropped the Elysium box. And we found it and we opened it and nothing happened and the box was empty. To figure out more of the Herzen family background and what happened in the city, we decided to go to the gold mines to read some old miners' diaries, and that is where we're currently at. I was a minute early, because why not? I already had everything ready. And don't worry about it, we didn't even really start. So, we are currently reading the miner's diary, which we found in a safe behind a locked safe door. So, I really should put some anti-slip feet on my tablet at some point. The stand has them, but the tablet doesn't, and it sits on the tablet a little because it's a vacuum. An old one, to be fair, I should also at some point fix this cable because it has some let's just say slight line issues and contact issues. Should probably put something strengthening here or something. I don't know if it's the contact or the cable itself. I hope it's the cable itself, because else this tablet is slowly getting toast, but happens. Either way, let's read the diary entries. I'm quite well. I still have a slight left-eye migraine from the weather, but nothing too bad at all. And my dizziness isn't really there today, so that's good. Okay, so we dug up some funny mineral that I'd never seen before here in the Duke's gold deposit. He's sure the ore can be refined into some other kind of precious metal. Personally, I feel like there's something sinister about the stuff. Not that the Duke cares one bit. No, he'll have his way and we'll keep digging. I bet my life on that. Some other kind of precious metal? But I thought this was a gold mine. Ever since we unearthed that awful ore, people have been dropping like flies from some unknown illness. Let's see how dumb the game makes you feel today. Yeah, fair. That took 3 times to read. Yep, migraine. There's so many sick people in town that half of our miners have stopped coming into work. What in the world is going on here? Gosh, that's just terrible. So many people must have been sick. Volson's time as a gleaming beacon of prosperity is at an end. The town is cursed and ruined. I suspect we're just days away from shutting down this awful mine for good. Leave this diary behind so that anyone who tries to reopen a mine may think twice about it. How odd, the date on the last entry is from just about 50 years ago. But that can't be right, the mine was up and running until recently. Yes, or so we've been told, but this has got me thinking. Both this diary and Gringo suggest a connection between the Elysian box and the events in the mine. From what I can tell, all of this traces back to a single man, the Duke himself. Okay, so he was a Duke, good to know. Even if he himself was long gone, his castle may yet contain the answer to all of our questions. So, does that mean we have to visit that spooky castle for ourselves? Do you mean to tell me you're scared of the place? Of course not. A million vampires wouldn't scare me. If there's truly a vampire living in that castle, I'd very much like to make this acquaintance. Don't say things like that, Professor. If we meet one, I'm sure you'd eat us on the spot. So, let's go to the Herzen Castle. Also, I'm pretty positive that we can finish the thing. Ah, nice, 27 out of 30 on the intermediate and drive and resting time, so I test. That's really good. I believe we retrieved the records we came for. Let's take our leave now. Funny enough, the struggle was identification instead of the base of the tower. Nice. You don't try if we do that for you. Well, that's unfortunate though, because you can push yourself on your brain a bit more, but yeah, I guess. To be fair, sometimes brain needs rest. But what's this? The lift is all of servers. I say this won't do. Oh, but look, there's a set of buttons built into the wall. Surely one of these buttons will send the lift back up, but they're disconnected. Ah, yes. Seems familiar. To be fair, you don't really have to, because I am the one that's doing things here. Yes, without trying things you don't learn, and failing just gaps in thinking or when you try too hard. Or it shows you how to think differently. So, the wires connecting the lift to the button controlling it have somehow been severed. However, if you can connect the negative and positive wires on the top to the wires carrying the same charge below, you can fix the lift. To do this, draw lines between the sets of terminals. And there are two lines to connect each positive and negative to its counterpart. Okay, so... that's this one. And this one. And then this one and this one.
And now
At least it should
my
be.
theory.
There we go.
Huh. Wonderful.
I mean, I'm doing it even though I know my brain will probably be feeling fried for a while, you know what I mean? Even I'm trying on stream. Trying is good. If you really feel like you can't achieve it, then you can't achieve it, but trying is always good. We're back in business. The lift is working again. That is where a multimeter helps. Yeah, exactly. Just test. I mean, if you can follow the wire, that is why you always use colored wires. But sure. We're back in business and we go up the lift again. You could try and just don't always say it and get mad when you should have gotten it. Yeah, fair. The buttons appear to be working. We should be able to leave the mine now. To be fair, if this mine is older than 50 years, some cables might get loose. Let's get out of here, Professor. Yeah, but not everyone uses the same color for the same thing. Yeah, true. We had that with our solar. We have like a solar water heating at my parents, and some dude decided to use a green cable for one of the polarities and hooked that up to the ground, and we were wondering why it was failing. You know, I mean, green yellow is usually hot, that's for lamps and all that stuff, but there was a red cable for and a blue cable for that shit, so yeah. You had to learn every imaginable thing to measure stuff. At this point, you only used the multimeter and impedance meter. Yeah, multimeters are just gold. They're just absolutely useful. My most used tools by now oh, hello there, it's the French guy. How did he get into here? My favorite and my most used tools are calipers for my job and I guess a multimeter for some other things. But yeah, indeed. They are very useful. I use my calipers practically daily for my job. It's quite interesting. Hello friend, son. I'm glad to see you. I was sure I'd never see another soul ever again. Hey, I know you. I was traveling in Mundo. Last thing I remember I was en transito to Egypt. Tell me, por favor, how long ago were these fine pyramids built? Sorry, sir, you're not in Egypt. Do you remember how you got there? Oh, you don't know how to use it. You've never learned it in school? Blue neutral, green, yellow, earth. Red and black should be hot wires, brown like a red for 3 phases. Yeah, true. Yellow, yeah. Green, yellow is earth, not hot. Yeah, well, brain's fried. To be fair, in the old house I had green, yellow was actually the hot one and the earth was brown. Which I had to test and figure out with a multimeter. Yeah, I had to use it in school too. Exactly. Okay. I haven't the foggiest senior. Also, why does he think this mine is a pyramid? In a minute, I'm heading for Africa. The next minute, I'm down here. There's no one around. I started poking at the spring to pass the time, and I think I broke it. Yeah. Let me fix it, s'il vous plaît. Since we were 11, 12. Yeah, we learned it from like 11, 12 too. Ah, it's one of those balancing things again. Small ornaments dangle from a metal bar and they've shown the bar of balance. The 5 ornament strings are spaced equally apart and each type of ornament weighs a different amount. 3 light ornaments weight the same as 1 heavy ornament, where 2 light ornaments weight the same as a medium ornament. Place one of the 3 ornaments in the rectangle to restore the bar's balance. Well, first of all, so 3 light ornaments weight the same as a heavy ornament. 2 lights weight the same as a medium. Either the circle or the moon are the light ones and the stars the heavy ones seen from it. The middle ones you don't really care for. Those just are, you know, they're in the middle, so they don't really make any difference. So, if you think that the star is the heavy one, and I think the moon might be the light one. You mean, okay, well, you can also use one of those phase tester screwdrivers. Yeah, exactly, screwdriver that has a voltage detector, one of those like clear ones. That is, yeah. It is not a stupid stick, I guess, but yeah, I guess people call it that way. Okay, so if we say the star is the heavy one and the moons are the light one, then 2 moons is a medium, and this one is a medium. Okay, let's do this with numbers. If we think that these are heavy, then let's give them the number 3. Let's give them the number 1. And then the number 2. I mean, these don't really matter. 1, 2, 1. So we have 7 there and 7 there. We have 3 there. Which means we need 1 more, which would be a moon to equal that out. If I'm right that the moon is actually a light one. But
This should do the trick.
you can use this too. The one you're thinking about can stick there in a bundle of wire, and if anything is powered, it will light up. Yeah, that's literally what the screwdriver does, but yeah. Unsafe. It's a high wattage that can have due to very unfortunate circumstances. You managed to make a 5,750 volts out of a 230 volt socket when you were 15. Oh my goodness, that fries the screwdriver end right off. That melts the plastic. Holy crap. Oh yeah, that must have been quite a shock. I know, glad it went through something, but yikes. Okay, let's continue with the game. Good job. The crescent moon ornament is just heavy enough to balance things out. A single star ornament weighs the same as 1 sun and 1 moon together. The strand of ornaments that's supposed to counterbalance the one with a question mark doesn't have any star shape. But if you compare the ornaments as shown above, you can work out that should go in the question mark space regardless. Except sometimes your nerves tingle to this day. To be fair, your nerves might have been overreacting and they might still be a bit more sensitive to anything that is like, yeah, there. So they might, like any nerve signal sometimes might tingle. Oh, wunderbar! 1,000,000 arigatos. Okay, so we have German. We have something with Mon Ami I clicked on accident. So we have German, we have arigato, which is Japanese, Mon Ami, which is French, and then we had some Spain in there. That guy is really, yeah. No, I wouldn't recommend it either. Actually, it's like nerve flow in the is quite nice. You can actually experience that if you have a tense unit and you have it just at the right setting, where it isn't painful but you feel the tingle. It's a very nice thing to use when you have certain problems. Balancing ornaments, okay. Well, I couldn't really read what he says, but yeah. You have the same in your foot, but your right foot never ruined anything. Yeah, it might just be your nerves that are just sensitive in some regard. Even if they never went through anything, you might have had that regardless. Oh, Mr. Layton. What are you doing here? Now, Luke, sir. If I may be so bold, what brings you to these parts? Well, to be blunt, sir, I've been doing a bit of spying on you for some time now. You've led quite the investigation, and it won't be long before it all snaps into focus for you. It is for that reason I fear I can no longer hide the truth of this place from you. What are you getting at, sir? Uh-oh. You see my study, all those pictures of the town here, those are pictures I took. The ones in the station are my work as well. Those photographs have held my interest for some time now. As they should, Mr. Layton. Do you remember our last meeting in my shop? You pointed out a certain strange phenomenon occurring in photos taken with Folsom. Yes, just one curiosity among the many we've seen in this town. It feels as though the whole of Folsom's conspires to keep a secret hidden from us. Your feeling is right, sir. You see, Folsom's is a cursed town. Cursed? To call it such may seem base, but I assure you the town's past is a very definition of the word. Perhaps the curse is a punishment we are meant to endure for the great mistakes of our past, but all nightmares eventually end, and I feel it won't be long now before we awake. Huh? I encourage you to head to that castle in the distance and to meet with Duke Anton. Is this Anton the eldest son of the previous Duke? Yes, Duke Anton has presided over Herzen Castle since his father's passing some time ago. I served the Herzen family until that day 50 years ago, when I left it all behind and fled. I don't think Anton will ever forgive me, you see. He's a man who abhors betrayal above all else. What transpired 50 years ago? The answer to all your questions can be found at the castle. I urge you to head there. Perhaps a voice of reason like yours might persuade Duke Anton to listen. Persuade is one of those words I always trip over when reading. If you believe it will settle the matter, we will visit the castle. Yes, see with your own eyes what's become of this town. Perhaps then we'll finally reach the end of this dark tunnel we've been traveling through. Luke, I believe our destination has become apparent. You know where we must go next, don't you? The people we've talked to are scared to death of the vampire. They say it's living up in that castle. And that chat with the photographer only raises more questions. What happened 50 years ago, and what on earth is going on in that castle? Almost overnight, the Hudson family became incredibly wealthy when they discovered that seam of gold. If we can understand the story behind that, our question about the Elysium box will be answered. But how are we going to get into the castle, Professor? I don't think it's the kind of place where you can just waltz into. Oh, but I wouldn't say it's impossible by any means. What do you mean? The tracks we saw on the road to the castle were still very fresh. It would seem that the stagecoach is bringing something to the castle every day. We need only follow it to find our way to the castle. Oh, of course, that stagecoach has our ticket in. Excellent deduction, Luke. Now shall we get going? I'm ready to go whenever you are, Professor. Just lead the way. The symbol is actually a crest belonging to the Herzen family, who once ruled over Volsons. It's clear that her Herzen family and the Elysium box are deeply connected. Hi there, you got a riddle, huh? Hey, this fork in the road is my turf. What's the big idea? Oh well, since you came all the way here, why not try your hand in this puzzle I've got? Yes, gangster good. Well. I think I already made a mistake. Yeah, I already made a mistake. I just wanna find out. You can have a hint, but just one. Do not start this puzzle by moving a ball into the center. Instead, your first goal should be to move things so you get rid of one of those four balls at the very edge of the shape. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We have just one side to work with. Okay, moving the pawn to the meadows. I think you have to go with this very pattern based, so to speak. You know what I mean? But we need that in the center and we can't get that from here. Actually, we can! Oh my goodness!
And now to test my theory.
Hello there, Kashi! How are you doing?
And
Nice
there
to
we
see you. I
have
hope
it.
you're doing well. Haven't been in contact for a while. Nicely done! One variation of this puzzle challenges the player to complete the puzzle in the fewest number of moves. That was pretty good though. Yeah, welcome. I didn't have times in the morning and stuff to hang out lately because I had a lot of work to do. And I still have, but yeah, it's getting slowly getting work done. You tore through that puzzle like it was nothing. What things live in the forest puzzle? If you set on going deeper, you gotta be prepared for them. Okay, well, we're going deeper. The gate is shut tight. In order to get in, we simply have to wait for the stagecoach. Look, there's the stagecoach now. Quick, let's hide. Convenience is convenient. Especially for the plot. It's open, Professor. The gate's open. And we've escaped the detection. If we go to enter, now's our only chance. Move quickly. I mean, it's literally probably gonna stay open until we finish this. Do we really have to go through this forest to get there? I have to say, I find this place rather spooky. Hi! Luke, what's the matter? A ghost! There's a ghost in the forest! Oh, Luke, you know that there is no such things as ghosts. Your eyes must be playing tricks on you. But I'm positive, I saw it, Professor. Deep breath, Luke. When on edge, even something as harmless as a gnarled tree can look like a ghost. I suppose so. Feeling better? Good, come along, we mustn't let the stagecoach get too far ahead. Also, isn't this just beautiful music? And of course, the riddle. It's pitch black out there, Professor. Yes, without some sort of light, I don't believe we're able to advance. But what do we have here? We're in luck, my boy. I think someone left a lantern here. This reminds me of some of the music in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games. Use lamps to light up the dark forest paths. For each lamp, assume its light reaches to the end of any straight road. Choose the fewest lamps possible to light the path. We still need this one. And this one. Which you can't really reach. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. So we just need one here. That's what I thought. Okay, so that should be it. 4 should be right. There we go.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Yay! I knew it was 4.
Gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Good job, the path was quite scary, but that was just because it was dark, right? I mean, considering we're going to a vampire castle. Ah, now we got a light. Curious though, isn't it? Who would leave a perfectly good lantern out here? I can't imagine someone simply forgot it here. It's almost like someone is leaving a trail for us. Yes, indeed. And as you could see, it said light the way 1. So there's obviously gonna be another one. Look at this strange mushroom, Professor. Curious, I've never seen this type before. Let me study it just a moment before we move on. Forest mushrooms. Collect all mushrooms in the forest as you pass through. Each circular clearing on the map contains a mushroom. You don't want to spend too long in this creepy forest. To find the quickest road that visits each clearing just once. Okay, hold on. 6, 7, okay. Okay, that is a bit of a problem. We have to go here first. And we have to go here or else we're not gonna loop around. Cannot get that one if we don't go here. So there. 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 Huh. Hold on. Not that one or that one or that one, but this one. This one, this. I already have a problem with that clearing up here. Okay, so how are we gonna get to that? Either to direct a route from there, but we cannot go backwards. How about we end on the other side? How about we end here? There we go.
Here goes.
Yeah.
Piece of cake.
Backtracking. Mush-tastic! You clearly realize that you don't need to use every single path. Yes, of course we don't, but yeah. Now that your curiosity is satisfied, can we please move on, Professor? Yes. And there's the second light riddle, but we're gonna search for hint coins, cause we do. Let's do the second light riddle. Professor, I hate to say it again, but I think we need another one light out here. Alright, let's see if we can use this lantern to get our bearings back. Light the way too. Okay, hold on. First of all, that needs to be there. There we go. Bam. So, one here, one here. There we go.
Let's see if this
No?
works. Well,
Too bad.
I'm stumped.
Too bad, huh? Okay, I think I'm using one too many. Okay, hold on. This one is needed. So that's that way, that way, that way, that way. That. 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 So technically here. Not up there, because yeah, I made a doozy. There.
Here goes.
Yeah, there we go. Whoopsie.
That was almost
At least
too
I
easy.
realized. Good job. The path are quite scary, but that was just because it was dark. Right? Sure. Yay, I can see again. That's much better. Instead of just using the lantern to continue on carrying it. When did it get so chilly? Indeed, it's cold out here that the lake is frozen over. Oh, I have an idea for a shortcut. Do we get an ice puzzle? Slippery crossings. The lake in front of Professor is frozen solid. The ice is thick enough to stand on, but so slippery that any movement in any direction causes him to slide uncontrollably in that direction until he hits a wall. Heh, bonk. While you're stationary, you can't change the Professor's direction. Yes, okay, so... I love ice puzzles.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Sometimes they can be quite annoying, but usually I love them. I don't know.
Wonderful.
They're fun. Whew, that was super slippery, but yeah, now you can't stop. Our crossing went as well, so it could be hoped for, but we can't stop here. Off we go. Whee! And there's another one, because there's an... Wow, what you step there, Professor? It's nothing but ice. There's no for us to walk on here, so we need to try it carefully. Here goes. Whee! Easy.
Here goes.
There we go. Quite satisfying
Piece
though.
of cake.
We made it. Feel like you're getting the hang of these puzzles? Just remember, if you ever come across a frozen lake in real life, be sure to keep off it. Those things are dangerous. Thank you. But also the picture of the professor and Luke in the corner was cute. Well done, it's a miracle we both made it across without taking a tumble. Since we're getting close, Luke, let's keep moving. Also beware that if you have pets, you don't let them play on the ice, because they may break in. And here we are facing another frozen lake. It appears to be the only way across, so here we go. It's the same lake. It's the exact same lake. Okay, let's see. Okay, that brings us to the same path, so let's go here, here, here. That is not gonna work out, huh? Yeah. There we go.
Consider this
You know a
puzzle
guy who
solved.
jumped in a frozen pond to save a dog? Yes, indeed, because it happens
And there
quite
we have it.
often. And the people that get injured most are the ones that try to save them. Because it is dangerous. It is super dangerous. Be glad the professor isn't a champion ice skater, okay? So he doesn't have so he'd have an easier time crossing this. I can't read. We made it across. Now we only a short distance left to cover and we'll be there. And of course we're gonna look for some hint coins, but I guess there's probably some, but they're hidden a bit more. What an interesting castle, isn't it? Professor, are you sure it's safe to cross this thing? It looks a bit rickety. Safe enough, I believe. Are you frightened, Luke? A little, yes. I mean, just look at... If I fell, that'd be the end of me for sure. Now, Luke, it may seem scary, but if you stay calm and keep moving forward, you'll be just fine. Here, help me with this puzzle. It will help take our mind off of this little trip across the chasm. I can't read. Ah! Brain's not braining. A rickety bridge. Hold on. Luke and Professor Layton stand at one end of a rickety old bridge, afraid of not falling into the chasm below. Luke's legs have become stiff with fear and he can only walk across the bridge in increments of 1 or 3 planks at a time. Narrowness of the bridge prevents Luke from doubling back the way he came or switching the foot he's standing on before stepping forward. Use his stylus to create a path that guides Luke safely across the bridge. Ah yes, of course. A puzzle that is about a very rickety bridge that one has to cross, while also currently crossing a rickety bridge. You're kidding me, right? That will bring somebody's mind off of the rickety bridge they're just crossing. So this is right, but then we need a large step here probably. Small, small. Why can't we? Okay. Why can't he do a large step there? Okay, fritters. There we go. Oh my goodness.
This should do the
You
trick.
don't think you have to select that one, just like it started right behind the green and started once right before the red
Wonderful.
when you end. No, sadly not. You have to click on it. That was some fancy footwork. The 9 step you choose gets looked safely across the bridge. Also, I don't like these kinds of bridges. I want railings or at least string to hold on to on my bridges, please. Well, I suppose I feel a little better, but this bridge still makes me nervous. Look at all the mining facilities down there in the fog. Wow, this place looks even scary up close. Feeling nervous again, are you? Not in the slightest. Let's go, Professor. You don't mind these bridges as long as they don't swing, yes. Ah, somebody help me. Seems to be the problem, sir. There's a vampire in the castle. I thought I was a gunner, but I managed to give him the slip. An actual vampire, are you, sir? I didn't stick around to check his fangs up close, sonny boy. I've got to get out of here. Ah. So, what do you think about all this vampire business now, Professor? The rumor does seem to have spread throughout the population of Folsons. Well, do you think maybe it could be, more than a rumor? Mr. Parcell seems fairly sure. That's what we're here to find out. Just a few more steps and we will find out for ourselves. An encounter at the end of the line. Except it didn't tell us which puzzles are in the puzzle hut, so we're gonna, before we do this, go to the puzzle hut. It is quite a bit of backtracking, yes, but I wanna solve some puzzles. You know what I mean? Just before we finish this game off. He wants tea and we don't want to give him this. The thing is, in the city there could still be a lot of riddles. I'm just gonna finish those at the end of the game, but for now I really want to finish or see if we have anything at Granny's. Okay, no current puzzles. Well, what a waste of time. I should have maybe save stated so we didn't have to walk back, but it's fine. I'm just not that lazy. Okay, well, let's go back into the woods to get the... I mean, all the music is nice, but this is especially nice music, so... It would appear you solved at least 80 puzzles. I command your perseverance and perseverance. There we go. I command your perseverance and proclaim you worthy of entrance to this castle.
Welcome. Sorry to intrude, but we are investigating an important antique. This box we have here. The emblem on its lid seems connected to your house in some way. Would you have time to answer a few questions?
I think this matter would best be addressed by the master. Please, come inside.
Wow, this place is really something else.
Indeed, Luke. This castle is extremely impressive.
Well, Gold Wolf, I'm gonna say.
Right this way, please.
That's a beautiful stained window.
Good evening. Welcome to my house. So, if I understand correctly, you're saying people fear the box because they believe it kills anyone who opens it. That's quite a story, isn't it?
It seems that the design on this box is connected to your family in some way. Can you tell me anything about this?
It's true that it was a Herzen family heirloom. Although I parted with it a number of years ago, the garish emblem you mentioned wasn't exactly, suited to my taste.
Personally, I think it's quite spectacular.
Oh, is that so? Well, chalk it up to my bad taste then.
You know, I don't think he's telling us the whole story.
Perhaps not. It's hard to say just yet.
I'm sorry I'm not much help, though I confess, visitors are always delightful. I'm sure you've had a long journey, so please, do stay the night. Prepare the quarters for our guests, Nigel.
Yes, right away, master.
Huh?
Wow, this is the poshest room I've ever seen. The Momentary Express looks tawdry. Tawdry by this comparison. What does tawdry mean? Hold on, I'm curious. Let me quickly check. Tawdry, huh? Ah, cheap and tasteless. Okay. It's a room befitting of the wealthiest and most influential family of Fossons. I have a hard time believing as the place as gorgeous as this has a vampire lurking about it. Yeah, or cheap and shoddy, yeah, basically. Oh, you never know, Luke. Maybe Anton himself is a vampire and you just haven't realized it yet. Anton, I doubt it. He seems like a perfectly nice chap to me. Wait a second, I thought you didn't believe in vampires. Are you polymaniac, Professor? Still, now that you mention it, there's something strange going on here. Remember that picture we saw in the Herzen Museum? Anton, wasn't it? Was in it, wasn't he? Yeah, Anthony a vampire. I don't think so. He's way too much out and about during daytime, but yeah. Actually we do have a word for what toddy means in our language in German. We say kitschig. Basically, it's the equivalent. The thing is, the photo was taken 50 years ago, but Anton doesn't look a day older. So it's been bothering you too, has it? I can't quite understand how it could be possible. And it's especially odd given that Mr. Beluga is clearly aged since the picture was taken. It would seem that both Anton and this castle warrant further examination. There's that famous Layton intuition acting up again. I suppose you could say that, though I'd hardly call it famous. Why don't we start our exploration of the castle with this room? You always make sure the blinds are closed, yeah, but you do go out in the sun. Good idea, let's go to get to it. If it goes from that, then I'm a vampiric fox, cause I don't really go into the sun either. See, look at this picture, Luke. Is that Fossons there? I think so. The artist's inscription down here says that this painting is 50 years old. Looks more or less the same as the faucets we can see outside our window, though. Yeah, you don't really like going out during the day, same. In the evenings it's fine, but not during the midday. What are you thinking, Professor? Oh, it's nothing. I was just pondering something. That's a fascinating painting. Have you ever seen such a convincing illustration of a ball? From what we've seen of this castle, I'm certain the ball was extremely opulent. My, it's getting late. There's time for a quick puzzle and then it's off to sleep, alright? For you, the day is just when you're awake. Fair. Oops. The couple in this piece seem to be dancing high in the air, floating impossibly near the chandelier, but when viewed properly, there's nothing strange at all about the picture. You look closely enough, one of the reasons the whole picture seems so odd. Find that peculiar area. Well, it's a reflection. Something must be mirrored. And we can tell that it is mirrored by something. No. I guess this maybe points to the mirror on the floor. It's just a photo taken off the floor. So. For you days light, a lot of people to annoy me and summer too hot. Nighttime is to be awake, have peace, having the beauty of dark outside, and there isn't a lot of night pollution. Enjoy the stars and sleep in nature. Indeed. I like sunny daytimes as long as I can sit in a room and enjoy it, or outside in the very nice cold shadows. If it's too sunny, too warm, yikes. In the evening there's a lot of bugs that attack you, so yikes, you know. At nighttime it's calmer. Tagapiri! It's a Tagapiri! The couple seem to be the only two people with visible reflection on the floor. Seems that the scene in this painting isn't of the ball itself, but rather of its reflection on the ballroom floor. Perhaps the young couple on the floor looked so happy together that the painter didn't want to ruin their dance by staring directly at them. It really is a magnificent picture. Oh, what's this? Tell me, do these look familiar to you? It looks like Anton. And is that Katya, or am I playing a trick on me? I must be tired. It's getting late, Luke. It's been quite a day for us, so perhaps it's time to turn in. Yeah, I could use some sleep. Good night, Professor. We have another entry of the book open, so let's check that out.
What? Professor, is that Katya?
The resemblance is striking.
What are they doing together?
I can partly dance. Would be quite fun, I think. I like
Fear
dancing.
not, my dear.
Ballroom dancing is fun.
They're just the main course for this evening. And my, don't they look fresh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What?
Just a little creepy.
Oh, lovely. You're awake. It's been far too long since I've encountered prey so feisty.
Anton! What sort of madness is this?
I knew it! You are a vampire!
A bit vampire, yeah.
Well,
A bit ghoulish.
if that's the case, it was rather foolish for you to venture here, wouldn't you say? But I'm afraid it's too late now. I must begin preparations. In the meantime, why don't you just stay put and enjoy each other's company? After all, it'll be your last chance.
Did you hear that? Anna's going to eat us for dinner. Luke, listen to me. Take a deep breath and collect yourself. But there's no cause for worrying, my boy. Whoever tied these ropes was clearly no sailor. With a little work, it might be able to get free. Yep. Man sits bound by a long length of rope amongst several posts. While he has no hope of untying these bonds, he can still move his legs. Were he to stand up and run away, his long trail of rope looks like it might catch on at least one of the posts. I need to use his legs to pull up any holes that the rope will get caught on. Okay, so that's a no. That one is a maybe. That one is a no. That one is a no. And that one is a yes. And that one is a no too, so these two, I think.
Consider this puzzle solved.
No?
Well, I suppose you can't win them all.
I mean, that one is a definite no. And that one is a definite no. Stretch time, okay. Thank you. Time for a big stretch. Always appreciating of this. Wow, that was my shoulder blade. That felt weird. Didn't make a sound, but it felt weird. Ugh. Okay, so first of all, let's remove these. So these two aren't it. That catches onto this, loops around here. That one is definitely it. That one isn't. And that one isn't either. Oh, this one isn't either. Okay, I think it's just that. Then.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Yeah, there we go. I made a mistake. Close, but not close enough.
Leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Mark the area and circle by the rope, and suddenly this puzzle gets a lot easier. There's only one post that needs to be removed for the man to make his getaway. Better hurry up and get that post loose before the vampire comes back. We're finally free, but there's no time to stand around. We must find a way out and quick. I hope that I never have to wear these shackles. That definitely seems helpful. Oh no, we're locked in. There's no place to run. Calm yourself, Luke. There's bound to be another way out of this room. Look around. I can see the key if only I could reach it. Here, let's see if I can reach it. Ah, yes. Okay. Well, there we go. I took a little. Okay, and now we're going the other way, like we did last time, if I wouldn't slip while holding these pieces. There we go. Need to bring the other one out first.
Test my theory.
There we go.
Ha! Wonderful.
Great work. Now Luke and the professor can leave the room. There we are. The door's unlocked now. Freedom is ours, Luke. Let's read more of the diary. I don't know how many days have passed waiting to hear back from her. It's been so long, in fact, that I can barely remember even sending that letter. Maybe she really doesn't love me. Maybe she's living in some other town, happily married to a man. In order to deal with the swine who sneaked into Folsom's by night like rats to steal gold, I have decided to quite literally play the part of a monster. Though focused on this at times, my thoughts turned into that gilded box and the letter inside. I now suspect that neither made it to her. Oh, my dear Sophia. Just to hear from you is all I desire. So yes, he sent the Elysium box out to his loved ones who left Folsom's because of the curse. This door won't budge, but it doesn't seem. I don't see any kind of lock on it. Good point. This door must be controlled by some sort of device positioned elsewhere. Let's head down from here and see what else is around. Not without hint coins. I've never seen such an immense boiler before. This must be the castle's main power source. For some reason, though, it's not currently in use. And what do you make of these other contraptions? They're all so gigantic. With two venture guests, I'd say this equipment was used to mine gold in the area. It's probably the same equipment used to create that large hole in the castle flooring. Yep. Looks like a little city there. So that's why this place is so draughty. Oh, look at that bizarre smoke coming out of the hole. Don't get too close to it, Professor. I bet breathing it in probably is terrible for you. Whoever dug this shaft must have been an expert at using that machinery. One misplaced scrap of the shovel could have sent the whole foundation crashing down. Not to be rude, but I don't think we really have the time to admire miner's handiwork. Oh yes, quite right, my boy. I believe we can open the door above us if we get the spoiler up and running again. Which force do you need to open the send stream from the boiler into 2 but not 1 of 3? All valves start in a closed position. So, into 2, huh? Okay, so there's no way to get one of the way if we open these. We cannot open this one. This one. And we all will have one open. And actually not this one nor this one. And it's also gonna open 3. And 2 has this path, open this, and open this, so these 3. This one doesn't really matter. If I got it right, hopefully.
Here goes.
Yeah, there we go.
Piece of cake.
Well done, you only need to open 3 walls and direct Steam to 2 and not 3 or 1. To direct Steam to 2. I can't read. Good work, my boy. Now upward and outward. Don't see any other way over here. Yes, but I do see a way to find hint coins. By the look of it, this boy has been out of commission for quite some time. This Steam, so yeah. Well... Okay, no hint coins here anymore. There's probably some, but it's too well to find it. That's a bit terrifying. Looks as if full-size carpet. This hatch is shut tight too. This hatch serves as the only passage out of here. We need to open it to escape. Luckily, everything is solvable by a puzzle. It seems that the locker is some sort of magic square. In order to solve this, position the remaining numbers so that each string of 4 vertical, horizontal, and diagonal numbers add up to the same total. Ah, yes. Wasn't it like... Okay. So, we have 8 numbers. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. At least. So this be more than 15. So there in this row cannot be a 1. Must probably be an 8 or something here to work this with the 1 here. If the lowest number here is 1, and we have 9, then we have 16 here. Here. That won't work. Maybe like this, so that must be 17. 17. That won't work with the 2. So maybe an odd number. It's 18. Yeah. Oh yeah, diagonal has also been fair. Yeah. Okay, fair. Well, thank you. I skipped that part. 9, 10, 11. 18. $18. 18, 18. So you need to switch them around a bit. There we go. And then 8 and 10, that should be it.
And now to test.
You went past it also at first, yeah, but thanks for yeah.
True gentleman leaves no
I would have
puzzle
probably
unsolved.
gotten it through trial and error, but yeah. Each horizontal, vertical, and diagonal line of 4 tiles add up to 18. Now onward to freedom, because it's so easy to not solve riddles when they're the logs. Look, the hatch is open now, follow me. Well, welcome back to the dining room. Where's the... Okay, that is where we came on, oh. Yes, another hint coin. Nah, whatever. Hello there. You mean saying the number is not saying the ruler has to be in the square? Yes. Take care of that, you don't slip, Luke. The floor is polished to an almost blinding shine. Wow, you're right, it's like a mirror. Who do you think does all this polishing? That would be me, sir. It's the butler! Yes, it most certainly is. I don't mean to be presumptuous, but what are you two doing up at this hour? If you're having trouble falling asleep, I'd suggest a good strong puzzle to clear and relax the mind. You're not going to try and stop us or anything? Stop you? Young sir, I have the foggiest notion of what you're talking about. Now where was I? Ah yes, the puzzle. This hall has been fitted with a hidden door, but to my chagrin, I've forgotten where. Chagrin? Whatever. However, I do recall not saying the 7 seas and days past to remember the location of the door. We now relate to you that saying, and your task, dear guest, will be to work out the door's location. Begin from the doors etched into the decor. The path will appear strong and quite clear, made of stars that floor, each with its own square. The words are said to point the way to the hidden door. Highlight where you think the door is in. Begin from the door, etched on the decor. A path will appear strong and quite clear, made of stars that flare, each within its own square. Okay, so only the stars in the squares mark it. Well, look at that. There. Chagrin is a keen feeling of mental unease, as an annoyance of embarrassment.
And there we have it.
Caused by failure, disappointment, or disconcerting events. Ah, interesting. Okay, good. Thank you for looking it up. Interesting. Excellent. The squares with the star contains neatly inside them form an arrow that points directly to the hidden door. How convenient. Masterfully solved, sirs. Now that you've had that little nightcap, might I suggest returning to your quarters? These old thoughts can get quite draughty in the dead of night. I keep that in mind. Good night to you. Yes, and to you too. Coins? Hint coin, okay, well. Ah, okay, it's going backwards. That is sometimes a bit confusing when you're having a sideways map. Professor, I think I see a way we can get out of here. Our search led us to the castle, and we're on the verge of revealing what killed Dr. Schrader. We must search this place thoroughly before we make our escape. Let's see what else is in here. Professor, I don't know if that's such a good idea. Luke, listen to me. We can't turn back and run. Not now. Yeah, you have learned and forgotten the new words for you that came up in this game. Yeah, same. We are so close to uncover the truth about Pulsant and the Elysian box. We must press on. It's probably riddles we are now missing, right? No! We didn't get any Granny's information thing. Okay, I think this might have something. No. Oh. Professor, take a look at this picture. It's quite a beautiful word. There he is, the current head of the Hertzen family, Latch's life. You mean the head of higher of the Hertzen family, Latch's death? Strange. Strange? What's so strange about this portrait, Professor? This picture, it's far too worn to have been made in recent years. Yet you saw Anton himself. The man in his portrait are virtually identical. I see what you're getting at. He doesn't age. So he really is a vampire. I knew it. You need to get out of here this instant, Professor. Perhaps those rumors in the town weren't entirely unfounded. But running about in a panic has never solved anything. Why don't we take a moment to clear our heads with this puzzle about portraits? Puzzle? Is this really the time or place, Professor? Same question. Two brothers have inherited their parents' 5-piece art collection. According to the will of the old brother, we get a set of paintings worth twice what the younger brother gets. In order to ascertain the value of the paintings, the brothers called the valuer, who valued each painting as shown below. For his services, the valuer was promises one painting left over after the brothers divided the art according to their parents' wishes. Assuming that individual paintings can't be divided, which one does the valuer get? Okay, so 80,000, 180,000, 275,000 if I'm right. 100,000, 180,000. 275,000, yes, okay. So, at least divided by 3, so it needs to be at least... I'm saying at least, but it's probably less than. Like 90, I think. 90,000 is like the average, because 27 is, yeah. Okay, let's say it's then 90, so... What's the 90 for 1? So the first brother can't have this one. The second brother, the younger brother can't have this one. So this one must be either the old one or the conservator. So, can we make... Okay, 65 and would be 130. Cannot make that. Okay, so they both get a set, technically. And one is, so I think it's like a true influence. And 115, but that you cannot divide. It must be an even number. Maybe, yeah. Even 95, the double of 95. Would be too much to get with the other values. So let's think he can get 60, that means the brother would get 120. That we cannot make. 55 would be 110. Which we cannot make. $75 would be 150. $65 would be 130, which we could make, but then we have the same. E close enough. Yes, but no. Hold on. $105. That's in 70. $95 times 2 would be 190 though. So these make 100 and these make 180. No, but you don't need to. You just need to divide these up and give, I guess that... No, the thing is, you don't need even thirds. You just need to give the conservator or the evaluator a random painting so that the other paintings together is... No. That... It might be E, but it needs to be... Yeah. Older brother get a set of paintings worth twice what the younger brother gets, which means the rest of the numbers need to be divisible by 3. So he needs to be able to get 120. So yeah, okay. So the older brother will get these and the younger brother will get these. Okay, now that I have that. Yeah, it's E, but I needed to calculate that. I just needed to be certain that it gets open, so yeah.
Unsolved.
Yeah, either way, I wanted to calculate it, so yeah, it made sense, I just wanted to make sure. That was fun, wasn't it? Like, it may not have seemed like the ideal time for a puzzle, but keep calm in a time of stress is vital. I appreciate the sentiment, Professor, but right now solving puzzles is the last thing on my mind. Yeah, any A and E had left there is divisible by 3. Yeah, fair. But yeah, you know, I wanted to calculate the possibilities, because there might have been one where yeah, they were that divided by 2 or something. You just saw ESDI, so yeah, it was bothering me too, which is why I marked it. And then I calculated the rest. That's the thing. Oh, hello there. Oh, I do believe that's Katja. Oh, what are you two doing here? I could ask you the same thing. It's dangerous here. There's a vampire living in this castle, you know? Anton? He's not a vampire, he's just... I'm quite puzzled, Katya. What do you know about this man? It's not for me to say. Besides, right now you must focus all your efforts on escaping. If you linger here, the madness will grip you before long. Madness? I'm afraid I don't understand. Please be honest with us. Well, very well, I explain everything, but first you might get as far from this castle as possible, quickly.
I know the way out. Follow me.
How are you related to this entire situation? Are you?
There's no time. You've got to get out of here.
Yeah, my brain doesn't math, so I basically had the right idea with which painting and marking it, but yeah, I couldn't calculate. Uh-oh.
This won't do. People are trying to sleep, you know. Is it you? It can't be. Oh, how I've waited. It's been so unbearably long.
Professor, do you know what he's talking about?
Not in the slightest.
Come closer, my dear sweet Sophia. I've missed you so. What's this? Very well, then. Is this how it is? I didn't see this coming, Layton. Not at all.
I'm not sure I understand.
This is your fault, but you can't have my Sophia. You're going to be very sorry you crossed me. There's no lack of swords here. Take whichever one you like. Know this, though. Only one of them is real. A true warrior always keeps his blade in hand.
Yep, that gives us the solution. There's only one true warrior who keeps his blade in hand. And it's the knight in shining
This should
armor.
do the trick.
There we go, easy.
Ha! Wonderful.
Anton's swords were a subtle hint that the swords on the wall were for show. The only real sword is one sitting in the hand of the suit of armor. Fun fact, Professor Layton is actually quite good
I
at
didn't
sword
think
fighting.
you had it in you, Mr. Layton.
And I say quite good, I mean quite good. This is a beautiful choreography, I have to say. It's very beautifully animated.
Layton! Sophia belongs to me. You can't have her. Ah!
And the music is just the best. Look at this giant, this chunky.
Look out!
Something strange is happening. I just need to catch my breath.
No more! Please, just stop!
You mean being able to
What's
dance will help
happened
with
to me?
agility, yes.
Are you all right?
Please just stop, Grandfather. Your body can't take it.
Grandfather?
What did you say? I don't understand. Sophia, dear.
You haven't figured it out, have you? You really don't know. Then I guess it's up to me to tell you the truth. I'm your granddaughter, Anton.
Don't be ridiculous. Look at me. I'm too young to be anyone's grandfather.
But what you see around you isn't real. It's just an illusion created by your own mind. Your youth is part of that illusion. The truth is, well...
Allow me, please. The gold mine built by your father, the late Duke Herzen, brought this town much growth and prosperity. But something terrible slept deep within that rich gold deposit.
The fog.
Unbeknownst to the miners, they hit a vein of hallucinogenic gas while digging for gold.
I just
The
waited for
gas
sick.
made those who breathed it extremely susceptible to mental suggestion of all types. Tales of the nightmarish visions seen in full sense then spread, as did the town's sinister reputation. In truth, neither the faux sense we see before us nor its residents really exist. This is all a creation of our minds.
How did you work it all out, Professor?
The images of faux sense we saw are 50 years old, yet they show a town identical to the faux sense of today. No town can remain unchanged for 50 long years.
Not true, but sure. It will
The
age
photos we saw in the train station formed our impression of the faux sense we'd see. A faux sense of 50...
Enough of this madness. False sense is real. I'm real.
None of it's real, Grandfather. This town is just a thin shadow, an illusion born of greed. You and Sophia, everything you know changed 50 years ago.
Katya is Sophia's and Anton's granddaughter. Katya set out alone to her false sense to solve a 50-year-old misunderstanding. The hallucinogenic gas present in Folsom's air caused Layton and the others to imagine the station as a gleaming edifice displayed in many photographs lining the walls of the building. Did I say that word right?
But you and I are betrothed. How can you just leave me here? I won't have it.
This whole town is cursed. If we remain here, all those dear to me will die.
Am I not dear to you, Sophia? Stay with me, and we'll rebuild false sense together.
I'm sorry, Anton, but there's someone else I love who needs me even more than you.
Is that the real reason you want to go? Because there's someone else?
She should have just told him! Ah!
I trusted Sophia, and she left me for another.
You've got it all wrong, Grandfather. She never betrayed you.
What?
The other she was talking about was the little life growing inside her.
And that is why you talk openly about
The
things.
life you two created together.
No. That can't be.
I'm sorry, Anton, but there's someone else I love who needs me even more than you.
I never knew. Sophia was...
That's right. Grandmother was carrying my mother, and she left Folsen's to keep her safe.
Why can't
She
people
kept the
just
baby a
told?
secret to avoid causing you more pain.
That's just wrong.
I've
Talk
been
about the
so
shit.
wrong.
Ah!
Grandmother passed away last year, but she was always talking about you, even toward the end.
That is how misunderstandings come to be, and breakups and all that. People talk about things, make things clear.
She never stopped loving you.
Just tell him, he would have made me happy and left with her and nothing of this would have happened. Anton invented the whole vampire story to scare off those who would try to loot the herds and fortune. He did this by whisking away all those who came too close to the castle and setting them free to run away once properly scared.
Sophia is dead? No, it can't be. I've had enough of your lies!
Oh! No!
Strong dude. Just cutting some chains.
Grandfather, no! Please stop!
That seems quite terrible. Because that is a very
We
huge
must leave now!
chandelier.
The place is starting to crumble!
Come with me!
What's this? What's happening?
Come on, Grandfather, we have to get out of here!
Be careful!
As if it can bring the building down, yeah. I mean, to be fair, they saw an illusion, so they didn't know how to maintain it properly. Also, yeah, it's built on a little, like, thing on the mines. It is a very old, you have to remember the family is very old, so the building is very old, so if they had the illusion that it was looking great, then they probably never maintained it, so yeah. neglected for 50 years, but it was older. Preliminary first. Maybe they had some things to fix, but they never saw them when they discovered the gas, and the other Duke was just in for its fortune. And there we go. There goes Watson's. The castle blocked up the hole with the gas.
It seems I've found the answer I was searching for.
Want to return a bill?
Allow me to return this to you.
Yeah, sir.
Thank you.
So, the box wasn't cursed after all.
No, Luke, there's no curse to be found here. But if I were to guess, I suspect you'd find traces of that gas in the ore used to make this box. The same fumes that drove the town to ruin were released upon each person who opened the box. Those who opened the box expected death, and in doing so, fulfilled their own grim predictions.
I suppose it was just an ordinary box then.
Oh, I assure you, it's far from ordinary. This box was crafted to hold the words of my heart.
What do you mean?
The box contains a hidden message, one meant only for Sophia. Many years ago, I asked a traveler passing through town to deliver it to her. Unfortunately, the box's value made it a target for those hungry for wealth, and so it was stolen again and again, thus perpetuating the whole chain of sad events.
Just send a letter normally, can't you?
But we checked the box. It was as
Oh my
empty as
goodness.
could be.
Ah, well that's because there's actually a second way. The sun rises when you and I meet, and when the wind blows, you will know my heart. These old words are the key to understanding this box and what it means. Do you follow, boy?
I think so. Let me give it a shot. The sun rises when you and I meet, and when the wind blows, you will know my heart.
Just talk it out, send normal letters, try to find her and visit her. Blue. Okay, well that didn't work. Okay, normal talking worked. Sorry, I had to hit my
Here goes.
thing there for it to work. So you have to basically go into the whole of your DS microphone, so yeah, make some noise to make that work. Wonderful, that was the message that Anton left to his sweetheart all those years ago. The time has come to find out.
I did it!
Yay! And now we got the illusion box open.
Oh,
What's the matter?
this isn't the letter I wrote. This is Sophia's handwriting. The box must have made it to her after all.
Just write letters normally!
Dear Anton, are you well?
I
I
swear.
received your letter.
All of this could have been
Though
prevented.
I'd like nothing more than to see you again, I'm afraid I no longer have the strength to do so.
It's
You
kind of
don't know
frustrating.
how many
you know?
times I've thought about you over the years.
Nice catch.
I often wonder if you hate me for what I did. Do you? When I decided to leave, I was carrying our child.
Yeah, but there
I
could have
couldn't
been
bear exposing that tiny life to such.
could have been a different reason why they
I knew
separated.
your father's
Still.
position and understood you didn't have the option to leave with me. Even though I did the only thing I could, I'll always regret leaving you that way.
If he would have talked, his brother already left. He could have also left, even with his father's position, further off of the new town. Oh my goodness. Ah.
But there's one bright spot in this sad story, and that is our lovely granddaughter, Katya. My departure all those years ago has given you the chance to meet. Katya's mother died shortly after she was born, but Katya grew up strong and sweet just the same.
Yes, always annoying when a miscommunication is the only thing that makes the story work. Yeah, it's
She
frustrating.
reminds me of you every time she smiles.
That's cute.
With her around, I could never forget about you, even if I wanted to. You've been in my thoughts since the day we parted. And now, though my time here is drawing to a close, I like to think we'll meet again on the other side. The thought of seeing your face warms my heart.
Yeah, it's not miscommunication, it's a no communication. And
Be well and be happy, my dear Anton.
and a bad decision in a way to send letters.
But
Yeah,
just for now,
absolutely.
your
I mean,
Sophia.
she had this address. Okay, sending her over the box is, yeah, okay. But she had this address. He maybe didn't, but she had this address. She could have written him, sent him a picture or something, figured out, maybe he could have left at that time. I don't know. Every time.
I finally understand now.
Yeah, exactly. No, he gave it to a traveler. He said to him, bring this box to her, which is stupid, because how would the traveler know? But, you know.
Grandfather.
Grandfather? Yes, that's right. It has a nice ring to it.
Yeah, that's the thing. He didn't really know if the letter ever got to her. So he could have written another letter. And there probably are lasting effects on the gas since people fell sick.
So very long, in fact, that I had forgotten what love even felt like. Instead, my love for Sophia was replaced by anger, and that anger completely blinded me. But
Maybe
now
he
I
was
can
just
see the world
lucky.
clearly
But
again.
other people in the
Thanks
village
to
were
you, my
falling sick, so
granddaughter.
yeah. Of course, there's long-term effects on the gas.
Are you listening, Sophia? I'll have to put off returning to your side for a while. There's someone I need to get to know here first. Will you forgive me for making you wait just a little longer, my dear?
Wherever she is, I'm sure she's very happy for us.
To be fair, it is kind of a sweet story, and the game around it is quite nice, but people, please talk to each other. It is the most vital thing in any relationship. But yay, we get to see the Voluntary Express once again. Ah, it's so pretty. It's actually a bit pixelated because of the size of the game, actually, but it's a beautiful train.
Goodbye!
I'm sure they can hear him. Probably not. Do test breathe and pulse along with a steady fineness unless it gets not very. Probably. You know, it's story. Yeah, Courage is a clearly Orient Express inspired by the look. Yeah, they
And
have
that was the tale of the Elysian
the
box,
tops with
a
the
relic reputed to
men's on
carry
them,
a
you know
curse
what I mean?
so terrifying
On
that
the
it
roof.
became known as Pandora's box.
So yes.
But when all was said and done, the nickname Pandora's box couldn't have been more inappropriate. The box was revealed for what it truly was. A vessel created to carry the love of two kindred spirits through all of time. While terror brought the box its notoriety, in the end, its most powerful message was one of love.
Yeah, it is quite a sweet train. A modded train of it would be quite sweet. But, of course, we still have some puzzle and we have some things to do in this game, so I will not end this here, but that is the finale of the game. To be fair, the riddles are quite nice, the story is quite nice and interesting, but it is just a bit frustrating when people can't talk. Let me actually switch screens here. Hold on, I'm gonna continue it very soon. I'm just gonna, there you go, so you guys can see the pictures. I mean, it has good music, it has good riddles, it has good, you know, atmosphere and all that. It's quite a nice game. Obviously, people missing communication is, I don't know. In any relationship, friendship, and anything, honesty and communication is the best thing ever, because then you can figure things out together. And if he wasn't the right dude, you wouldn't have figured that out either way and just left her. But if he was truly in love with her, he would have followed her. He would have found a way. You're angry now, very angry. Your thumb just popped in and out of its socket and the pain angers you. Ouch! That sounds yikes. Also very random. And yeah, apparently Don Paolo just vanished. Don't worry, he will appear later, but yeah. Then Don Paolo just vanished randomly. And the inspector and Barton don't have a reason, because they were chasing him anymore for things, so. It was with your full body weight. Ow! Yeah, that sounds painful. Also, it seems like they got on Flora back. Because, of course, they would pick her up. Because, yeah. Oh, Lucas interviewing the cow, so cute. Would be funny to just forget about her. Yeah, leave her drop stone. Oh, I'm sure he would have shown up at his office and be like, what? I love this, just this dude chilling in the background. I like that he came back. You know, we have some characters that seem familiar in other games that just travel throughout. But I guess those were all hallucinations, besides that dude, because the elevator stopped working, so... And that was how the pocket worked. After credit, just a pig reversed the stock somewhere in the barn next to the cows or something. Yeah. Would be quite funny. So yeah, technically we got to know the inspector in the first game, but he wasn't really in the first game, so yeah. This is the first time we meet the professor, actually meet him. But yeah, Layton knows fencing quite well. Has been brought up even in the movie and all that. He's quite good at that. Also that outfit choice is, I guess, well, weird. Barton is just eating while the inspector chasing them. But I love these pictures. It's quite cute. Quite simple, quite cute. Brings the story together. Oh, and the brothers meet each other. Look at that height difference. Oh my goodness. Also give that dude some clothes. The clothes are so tattered. I bet they've never been washed. Actually no, he has a butler, so they probably... Where's the butler though? So was the butler not real? Okay, well, Luke seems to like it, the others hate it. And that guy's really making his rock career, huh? Aww. Cute hamster. We're gonna do some hamster riddles, like 1 or 2 after the credits. Can hamsters eat a pear? I don't know. But yeah, see, they picked her up. She was just sleeping there in the barn. The music is quite nice. There's a lot of people that make studying playlists with Professor Layton music. I like to listen to it while I'm dusting and all that, it's quite fun. Luke putting on Flora's mask. Yikes, that must smell like Don Paolo on the inside. Also, that guy's quite good at making masks. Oh, and they all return. They're all going to Dirtstone, where they meet the miners, which for some reason still have their pickaxes and all that. Oh no, those are... No, hold on, no, they would go to Dripstone for that, so... Why would the miners stay with their mining equipment? Well, whatever. Of course, this is not the real tale of the real Pandora's box,
Come
the
look at this
mystery, but
article,
yeah.
you two.
Hold on.
Miracle rescue saves beloved academic.
Hold on. There we go.
So, the doctor's alive after all.
We'll visit him as soon
Apparently
as we
right
return.
before the ripe, it's good. Okay, good.
Oh,
Just
but
wanted
that
to
might
know.
conflict with the symposium you've scheduled in London tomorrow.
Well then, I'll simply have to cancel.
Huh?
After all, Luke, one
Yeah,
must
that's what I
always show
thought.
gratitude to one's teachers. That's what a gentleman does.
Also for birds. You can feed your bird apple slices once in a while. Don't do it too often, they will get sugar sick. Used to have a roommate who just would feed them an apple slice a day, basically, or a cucumber. And make sure to take the cucumber insides out. The seeds are bad for a lot of animals. You know. But yeah. And the next one would be a time-traveling one. This is actually the one that's shown in the picture here. Is the first one I've ever played, because that came out when I got the DS, or just a year after, so. $138 puzzles, you haven't solved all of them, find them completely, we didn't. We solved a bit over 100, so yeah. Need to are selective growing a lot of fruit that were Indonesia, and now because of the sugar content, yes. Indeed. Okay, we're gonna play some games, cause why not? It's almost streaming time, but I don't care. Also, we got the golden professor, so I don't really care for the story, because we know the story. So we're gonna skip this. Let's go to Granny's house to find the other riddles. And then let's do some hamster games. And build the camera, because why not? We're not gonna do the teas. I'm not gonna bother with the teas. These people aren't real either way, so why would we serve them teas? Tea is annoying. So we're missing like 20 riddles. And since they are not in the shack, that means we probably need to find them in town or something. Nope. But that means they're probably people riddles also, and not just... I don't know. If they're not shown in the end, like the last two games showed some in the end, but not at all. Huh. So it's probably not an item kind of puzzle, it's probably people puzzles. Nope, I don't want tea, I don't want tea. Blah blah blah, I don't want tea, I don't want tea, I don't want tea. Tea is yikes. Whoops. I put my clips to the paint on accident while I was clicking on the taskbar. That is a bit annoying. Let me quickly close that. Yeah, no tea. Okay, well, I'm not gonna search for the riddles, we're just gonna play in the book. So, I think we should have all parts for the camera. So let's add the shutter. That must be leading to the button, which is like that. Yep. That's the button. That must be something to supply the flash with something, which should be this part. I think that's meant to be a battery or something. We have this doohickey. Whoops. Whatever this button doohickey is here. Some gears to the switch. I don't know if this makes sense camera building wise, if it's actually camera parts or not, but we finished the camera. Now you can take photos. So yeah, we can actually search for so yeah, we can find riddles and stuff if we take photos, which I'm not gonna do. To get a film rolling mechanism to get it linking with the shutter. Yeah, but it was quite small, but yeah, I guess. Well, that's the hamster game. So basically you can take pictures with the camera, find 3 differences, and then, yeah. Okay, so the hamster is going to certain items and leaving others. So we want 8 steps for him. When he comes within 3 spaces, he will ignore any other items of it. Okay. Attracted to this available when it's within 3 spaces. Tiny stumps attracts the hamster, however if an apple is also within the hamster, always go for the apple instead. Okay, good. Attracts the hamster if he's within 3 spaces, though he likes apples even more, that's okay. The hamster makes contact with this tiny light bulb, which flashes, causing your hamster friend to dash in the direction he's facing until he runs into something. When the hamster draws near, this item bursts open, surprising the hamster and causing him to run his way. He came until he bumps into something. Actually, I guess apple, house, tree stump, flower would make more sense. Sandpit always makes the hamster somersault straight for the pool, ignoring all nearby opponents. Somersault don't count towards the steps counter. Okay, so you can use the pool as a thing of things, but it doesn't actually block his view. Doesn't really matter. You probably use an apple. Block the flower here, so it goes there. That's the apple. And then gets to the house or something. Let's exercise.
Oh, come on!
Thanks for the stretches.
Tired.
We want to basically let him lose weight. Look, he's getting thinner.
I'm gonna feel this tomorrow for
from
sure.
5 to 4. So the thing is, the next one is... Oops. Well, basically that's how you train him and he gets faster every time. That's quite cute, isn't it? So, either way, I'm gonna see if I can rate somebody, because, yeah, I don't want to play the camera game to find the missing riddles. It is way too tedious. Can we actually go and visit the Military Express on this? They all want tea. I don't want to give them tea. We can, kinda. Professor, the train still stopped in the station, but there's not a soul in sight. It seems we have no choice but to remain in town. All the more reason to proceed with our investigation of the area. I suppose so. Okay, let's keep looking. Okay, so you can visit us, but it leads you back. Either way, let me check for raidability. And yeah, we finished the game, actually in a perfect timing. We didn't go really over time, we didn't go under time. Quite nice. So... I only see 2 people right now. Who we can raid. Either we're gonna raid Vintage Soul Girl, who's currently working on a lovely cross-stitch of course, octopi, or we could raid Lily Snooze, who is currently playing Midnight Train again. Which one do you guys want? Cross-stitch or Midnight Train? You guys get to choose. Right, oh well, I would say quite a nice game. You know, they're getting better and better till a certain game, and then yeah, it's quite good. You'll be off Twitch after this, and no preferences personally. Okay, well, it seems like Lilith was actually ending their stream, so the only one we can raid currently is Vintage Soul Girl. So yeah, let's raid them. Happens. Let's start the raid. I will be back on Thursdays. We are gonna actually finish the... I cannot type while talking. There we go. We're gonna finish the water dioramas. The rise and purse turned out quite well, quite nice, as expected. So we're gonna finish those off. And then I'm going to continue on the Woodfeller's hut, decorate it, put a chimney on and all that. I'm quite excited for that, for my end scale layout. So of those who are interested, you know, feel free to join back in on Thursdays. And also, yeah, I still have a lot of games put up in the Discord channel in announcements. Feel free to vote for them. We finished this Professor Layton game. I'm gonna cross that out now, out of the list, but yeah. Feel free to vote for any of the other games if you want to in the Discord. And I'm gonna play the one that has the next most votes on the list, and we shall see where we land. I'm not gonna play Professor Layton's back-to-back or anything though, so, you know. I might go with a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon at some point, but let's see. The list currently stands at... Turnip Boy commits tax evasion. So... I'm gonna try it out. We shall see if it's a game worth playing more than one day, but I'm quite curious, because it sounds quite fun. And then, I don't know, maybe we go with a Mystery Dungeon game, maybe we're gonna play another Zelda game, we shall see, whatever you guys want. And that was that.